Nobody was tougher in Russia than me. That has to do with the pipeline, as you know, Nord Stream 2 and lots of other things. But I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about the whole situation. Certain European leaders are coming over to our country on Monday or Tuesday, and individually. And I think we're going to get that settled. I think we're going to get it settled.
US President Donald Trump has announced a series of high-level diplomatic talks aimed at resolving the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. Speaking on Sunday, September 7th, after returning from the US Open in New York City, Trump revealed that individual European leaders would be visiting the United States early this week. According to President Trump, these visits are scheduled for Monday, September 8th or Tuesday, September 9th. He did not specify which European leader would be coming, and the White House has not provided further clarification on the meetings. Trump also indicated that he plans to speak with Russian President Vladimir Putin, soon signaling his intent to play a more active role in seeking a resolution to the conflict. When asked about the recent escalation in Ukraine, including a massive Russian air assault on Kyiv that reportedly set the main government building on fire, Trump expressed concern but remained optimistic. "I am not happy about it," he said, while adding that he is confident that Russia-Ukraine situation will soon be resolved. These statements come at a time of heightened tensions in the region, as Russia continues its military operations in Ukraine. Trump's upcoming discussions with European leaders and direct engagement with Putin are expected to focus on diplomatic strategies to bring the conflict to an end.
Russia had a pretty big attack on Ukraine over the weekend.
I know all about it.
You have always said how good your relationship is with President Putin, but he's not really giving you anything that you want. Is that making you less trustful of him?
Well, nobody was tougher in Russia than me. That has to do with the pipeline, as you know, Nord Stream 2 and lots of other things. But I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about the whole situation. You know, it's interesting. It doesn't affect us because it's not our soldiers. But they're losing now. I used to tell you 5,000. They're losing 7,000 between Ukraine and Russia, 7,000 soldiers every single week. It's such a horrible waste of humanity. So, no, I am not thrilled with what's happening there, I will tell you. I think it's going to get settled. So I settled 7 wars. This, I would have said, would have been maybe the easiest one to settle of all. But with war, you never know what you're getting. But we're going to get it, I believe we're going to get it settled. But I am not happy with them. I'm not happy with anything having to do with that war. It's just such a waste of great humanity.
Obstacle to a peace deal in Ukraine. As of right now, what do you think is the greatest obstacle to a peace deal?
Well, we're going to see. I mean, we have some very interesting discussions. You know, certain European leaders are coming over to our country on Monday or Tuesday, and individually. And I think we're going to get that settled. I think we're going to get it settled. We have to. You can't lose. You know, when they're losing 5,000 to 7,000 soldiers a week for no reason, you have to get it settled. Of all of the wars, whether it's the Congo and Rwanda, they said it was impossible to settle. You look at every one of, I mean, every one of these wars were impossible. I got every one of them settled, 7 of them. 7. This was the one I really thought would be the easiest, but it's not. But I think it's going to get settled.
But there was reporting in Axios that in the last 3 months of the Biden administration, they did about 4,000 pardons. The chief of staff's assistant was sending emails to pardon his own family members. Are you still interested in getting to the bottom of the auto pen scandal?
Well, I think the auto pen is one of the great scandals of our time. The auto pen was our president, or to put it a different way, whoever operated the auto pen was our president. It's not allowed. It's just not allowed. And they gave a pardon to the Unselect Committee after the Unselect Committee realized that that whole situation was a hoax and it was all their fault, including Nancy Pelosi turning down security and all, you know, turning down soldiers. It all came out bad for them. They burned everything. They got rid of everything. There's absolutely nothing there. It's all gone. And that was based on an auto pen. You know, they gave those members of Congress that were on the Unselect Committee, they gave them pardons.
What do you think?
So I think it's a tremendous scandal.
What do you think the media would say if you pardoned your kids your last day in office via an auto pin? Don't you think the media would go
Well,
haywire?
I think it would have been a big story. Would have been. I like this guy.
Irina Zaruska was stabbed multiple times on a Charlie.
Yeah, and where was the subway? Was where?
She was in Charlotte at a light train. She was stabbed multiple times by a
Horrible. No, I haven't heard. When did this happen?
It happened in August, but the video just came
Oh,
out.
I see. Yeah, I see the video. I'll know all about it by tomorrow morning. Okay? Thank
Do
you.
you have plans for Chicago this week?
No, not really. Not really. We're going to go someplace, but we're picking. Look, D.C. now is 100%. I don't want to say 100, but it's pretty close to 100% healthy, happy, thriving. It's a crime-free zone. You know that. You know you could go out to dinner tonight, Jeff. You could go out to dinner, and you most likely will not be harmed. You know that. You won't be beaten to hell.
There's still some crime.
There's
still some crime.
Very little. And within a week, there will be nothing. Do you agree with
I
me?
feel much safer walking
Yeah.
around. I can't fight though.
No, it's a safe place now. But
You've been talking a lot about Chicago, and there was
no, Chicago's been talking a lot. So, Chicago last week lost 9 people were killed and 28 people were shot. The week before it was 7 people were killed and 37 people were shot. The week before that it was the same kind of number. Chicago is a very dangerous place, and we have a governor that doesn't care about crime. I guess we could solve Chicago very quickly, but we're going to make a decision as to where we go over the next day or two. When you look at what happened to D.C. in a short period of time, honestly, it's amazing. Over a period of 12 days, in other words, on the 12th day, we had the crime just about solved. And right now, people are walking down, they're going out right now to restaurants all over D.C., whereas if you go back a year ago or 6 months ago, nobody was going out. Nobody. We did it in 12 days. Now it's better than it was in 12 days. We'll make it even better, and then we're also going to clean it up. We're going to clean up the city. We're going to make some great improvements to the roads, to the medians, to all of the signs. You got signs that have been up for 30, 40 years. They're worn out. They look like hell. We're going to redo the signs. We're going to put up new signs. It's going to look beautiful. Within a 6-month period, it'll look really beautiful. But you have essentially a crime-free zone. I mean, here we are on a nice Sunday evening. If you'd like, it feels like Saturday, actually. If you like, you could go out and you could have dinner on me, but you wouldn't do that. But you could have dinner on me if you'd like. Go ahead, what else?
For Russia, when do you plan to speak to President Putin next, and what might second...
Look, we're going to get it done. The Russia-Ukraine situation, we're going to get it done. I have confidence we're going to get it done. Think of it. I got 7 done, all of which were impossible to do. If you look at any one of the 7, you know them, I don't have to go through them. Many of them were impossible. One was 31 years, 10 million people killed. One was 34 years with 8 million people killed. How about the Congo? They lost 9 million people, and it went on for years with Rwanda. All settled. Everybody happy. The one that I thought would have been, for me, the easiest, because of Putin, I thought that would have been, it's not turned out that way, but we're going to get it settled.